Purpose of this video is to demonstrate how to export and import birds using the desktop version of Loft Manager Online. So from the dashboard, as you can see, I've got the My Birds tab open here, and there are a number of different ways of choosing the birds that you wish to export. The first way is that you can selectively choose the birds that you want to export by checking the checkbox in the far left-hand column, or you can check off the All option in the top left-hand corner of the data table, which selects all of the birds from your database. Or you can exclude birds from that export by deselecting the birds that you wish to omit. So for the purposes of this demo, I'm going to go ahead and select all birds. And please take note that I've got 36 birds in the database currently. So I'm going to go ahead and go to Options in the far right hand side. And then I'm going to click on Export Birds plus Ancestors for import. Once the export is complete, you'll have a mybirdexport.csv file to download. Just click on the link. You'll get prompted to save it to your computer. Click on Save File. And if we take a look at the Downloads folder here, you'll see that I actually have the mybirdexport.csv file. So from here, you can share this with another Loft Manager Online member with whom you've sold or traded birds with. And it provides a very simple and convenient way of sharing your bird data with other Loft Manager Online members. You can even archive this as a backup if you like. And now I'm going to walk you through the import process, which happens from the Main tab. I'm going to click on Import Pedigree, and I'm going to select the same mybirdexport.csv file that I just got done downloading and click on Open. And the status window shows that 36 of 36 birds were successfully imported. And those birds are listed here all the way down. If there were any conflicts or anything relating to these birds, any one of these birds already existing in the database, those birds would have been omitted from the import, and those errors would have been listed at the very bottom of this. It's important to note that all band numbers must be unique in the system, and the system will prohibit you from adding or importing any birds that are already in the database. So to further illustrate this, let me go ahead and close this out. Let me jump over to the My Birds tab, and let me just find a band number here, or a bird that has a small ancestry line here. Let's do, what's this one here? Here's one right here. This one here has got one sire and one dam. And that's basically the extent of the ancestry tree in this particular instance anyways. In John Boyle's account, this bird may have more. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the My Birds tab, and essentially I'm going to export this bird and its ancestors, which would include the sire and the dam. Right, so let's go ahead and select it. Go to Options, Export Birds and Ancestors. I'm going to go ahead and download the mybirdexport.csv file. Okay, and if I go back to the Main tab and I try to import that export that I just now created, which would be the top one here on my downloads list, it'll say 0 of 3 birds imported. 3 birds were already in database. So those 3 birds, basically the system did not allow those 3 birds to be imported in the database because they're already in the database. So I'll close this out. Let me go back to My Birds. Let me go ahead and delete all of these birds. And we'll try the import again. And now you'll see it says 3 of 3 birds successfully imported, and it lists the 3 birds that were imported. I can close this out, go back to My Birds, and here's the 3 birds. We've got the primary here, and the sire and the dam. And that is essentially how the import works. And it's also worth noting that you can also export birds from the Progeny tab. If you click on Options, there's an option there that says Export Birds plus Ancestors for import, just like there is on the My Birds tab, allowing you to export any of the birds that you've selected from the Progeny table.